Hello students, today in this video we are going to start a new chapter, that is respiratory system. What is respiration? In previous chapter, that was the respiration in plants, we have studied about this, that what is respiration. So respiration is what? It is a chemical process of releasing energy by breaking down of glucose for our various activities. It means the energy which is liberating in this process, in the breakdown of glucose, that energy we are using for our various processes, for the various activities that we are doing in our daily life. For that energy we are getting with the help of the respiration, or the system which is performing this whole process is called respiratory system. In this video we will discuss about the respiratory system of in animals, and we will take the example of our body. First thing is, in our book it is given that why do we need energy. So the answer is very simple, that why do we need energy? For all the activities that we are doing in our daily life. Here I am making this video, or you are seeing this video. In these activities also energy is needed. Except these things, if you are playing in the playground, if you are walking, if you are running, if you are doing anything, for that energy is needed, and that energy we get from the respiration, means from the breakdown of glucose, the energy liberated that we are using. Animal or plants, if we are comparing them, so animal needs more energy in comparison to plants. Why? Because if we are seeing the plant, they are standing at one place, they do not perform that much activities as the animals are doing. They are not moving, they are not running, they are not talking. So they are standing at one place, so they need much lesser energy in comparison to animals. But in animals, if we compare mammals and birds with other animals, so mammals and birds, they require or they need much more energy. Why? Because among the animals and mammals and birds, we are homeothermal. What is the meaning of homeothermal? Homeothermal means when the body temperature remains constant. So we all know that our body temperature remains constant near about 37 degrees Celsius or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. So the question is, how our body temperature remains constant? Why it is not decreasing? So the reason is respiration. In respiration we know that a lot of energy is liberated. Half of that energy is used, in keeping the body temperature normal, and half of the energy is getting converted into ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and in that form, in ATP form, we are using this energy for our daily life activity. So the body temperature remains constant because of the respiration. So it means more energy is required for keeping the body temperature constant, and that is why in mammals or in birds more respiration takes place, means more energy is required. After that, in the previous chapter also we have studied that there are two types of respiration, that is aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. The respiration is of two types. Then we will say the respiration is aerobic. Aerobic, it comes from the word air, means when the respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. When the respiration is taking place in the presence of oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. In the previous videos we have studied about this. Complete oxidation of food takes place in this, and the final products are carbon dioxide and water, plus 38 ATP energy is also formed. 38 ATP energy. So these are the end products of aerobic respiration, which takes place in the presence of oxygen. If we write its chemical equation, glucose C6H12O6, by reacting with 6 molecules of oxygen, it forms 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O plus enough amount of energy. Half of that is used in keeping the body temperature constant, and some amount of that is converted into ATP, and one glucose molecules? We know these are 38 ATP molecules that we use in our daily life activities. Means the ATP energy we use in our daily life activities, and that is why ATP, it is also called energy currency of the cell. Anaerobic respiration. What is anaerobic respiration? Anaerobic respiration is that respiration which takes place in the absence of oxygen. Means the oxygen is not utilized in this process. So such type of respirations are called anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, incomplete oxidation of food takes place. Incomplete oxidation of food takes place, and in animals and plants different products are formed. That we have also seen. In animals, if the anaerobic respiration is taking place, the end product will be lactic acid that will be deposited over the muscles, and because of that you will feel fatigue. And in plants, the end products, for example in yeast, the end product will be ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. And in both, means in animals and in plants, in both of the organisms, very less amount of energy is produced. Let's write the chemical equations of these. C6H12O6 in anaerobic respiration. If we are talking about animals, in animals, what will be formed? Lactic acid. Lactic acid will be formed, and carbon dioxide gas will not be produced. In plants, C6H12O6, anaerobic respiration, if it is taking place in plants, for example in yeast, the products will be ethyl alcohol into H5OH, 2 molecules plus 2 molecules of carbon dioxide, and in both the cases 2 ATP energy is also produced. 2 ATP energy means very less amount of energy is produced. Why the less amount of energy is produced? The reason is incomplete oxidation of glucose molecules. Because the glucose molecules, they are not completely oxidized, so less amount of energy is produced. So these are the things that we have discussed in the previous chapter. Just for revision, we have discussed about this. Some more points are given here, that about the anaerobic respiration, that it is a slow process, or we know it is a slow process. Lactic acid is produced in animals, and it is toxic, which causes muscle fatigue. So this we know. No CO2 is produced in animals, but in the case of the plant, CO2 is produced. Some basic points are given that we have already discussed. So these you can study by yourself, read it by yourself. There will be no doubt certainly. In the last of page number 138, differences in anaerobic respiration in plants and animals is given. So this is your homework. Read it by yourself. 2 differences are given only. And from tomorrow, means in the new video, we will discuss about the parts of respiration. That what are the parts of respiration? In our book it is given: breathing, gaseous transport, tissue respiration, cellular respiration. What these things are, we will discuss about these in the next video. And after that, the respiratory organs which are present in our body, that means from nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and finally about the lung. So we will discuss about these in the next videos. One more thing I want to discuss, that let's decide the final exam syllabus. So chapter number, let me tell you the name, not the number. Flower, pollination and fertilization, seeds, respiration in plants, and after that chapter number 7, respiration in plants, and then chapter number 12 means skeleton, and chapter number 14, respiratory system. These 6 chapters will come in your final exam. However, I will send this information in the group also, in WhatsApp group also, but remember these and focus on these chapters. These will come in your final exam. For today this much only. Thank you.